before we go further, I want to kind of ask you this because sales is such an important skill. Now that you did it while you were young, obviously that muscle grew and you got better and better at it. Like, what is your advice to people like who try to like shy away from sales, or like should they do it? Like, how important is it for as a skill?
So, I mean, at the end of the day, there's a lot of really great ways to build businesses, right? And just because you're not good at a certain type of sales, which is, we were doing, you call people and they respond to you, and it's a very like in-person kind of thing. So we would visit people in person. We would also make phone calls, and I can tell you, every time we did an in-person, we got rejected. So that didn't work for us in that business. But you can do emails, you can do text messages, you can sell to friends, you can sell to family, you can sell to friends of friends, you can sell to strangers. It really depends on your comfort level. And a lot of what people think about sales is what they see on the movies, right? Like, you're on this call, you're like a high pressure situation, you're getting the person and you're going to twist their arm and they're going to say yes. It'll be this like pivotal moment in the movie, and then there's a montage and you make millions of dollars.
Like
Usually,
Wolf of Wall Street,
yeah,
basically. Yeah.
yeah, Wolf of Wall Street in a boiler rooms. There's
Yeah.
a lot of these things like Glenn Ross. Like, there's always like scenes you see, and it's just like very like hard struggle to be a salesperson. Really, like, sales is it should be something that you enjoy. Like, if you can start to build an empathy with your customer. And I like what Suhail says this. Like, if you can become friends from Mixpanel, and now he does Mighty, the browser. He's like, if you can become friends with your customers, you'll have a really fun time. And that's when it started getting fun for us. Like, don't worry about making the sale. Like, worry about, can you start building a relationship with this person? Because initially, what I'll tell you is your product is going to suck a lot, and your understanding of the market is going to be nothing. And your ability to communicate your product is going to be laughable. But what it will stay is your relationship. And the number of relationships I made from AMP Idea that allowed us to get through some of these like very difficult times is is really what allowed us to live another day. So
I love that, and I also think that's interesting is that the fact that like it's such a even for people who don't want to do it, like nobody likes sales when they start, right? It's uncomfortable. It's rejection is so weird, but I feel like just doing and like kind of like it's like problem solving. Like the more you do, the better you get. The muscle develops, and then you kind of feel this when you close one client, you feel this crazy amount of confidence. You're like, okay, maybe like you feel good about yourself, and it's this crazy adrenaline rush, right? And I think it also like helps with different parts in different things, right? Like it's such a interesting one because I know what you mean. I used to be really bad at sales too, and I think I probably still am a little bit, but I feel like it just gives me that confidence to like just be like going and not caring about rejection.
rejection is something we want to avoid, right? Like, you don't
Yeah.
want to go into a situation, whether you're asking somebody to go on a date or whether you're trying to ask somebody for money. I mean, at the end of the day, rejection sucks, and no matter how good of salesperson you are, like, I now have friends who are the top salespeople in any company they walk into, and even them, like, rejection stings a lot. Like, that's why they're good. Don't worry, like, that feeling stays with everybody, but like, really don't go into it in the beginning thinking like you're going to make money off of this. Just go into it and say, hey, I need to learn. And honestly, if you're building a company, you have a fairly good reason to understand the market is going in some direction, or you have a product that's really good. And so really talk about that. Like, don't worry about, will this person be convinced? Worry more about, can I talk to this person, and can this person also share my level of excitement? And more often than not, that answer is yes. What they will say no to is giving you whatever amount of money you're asking for. So
Yeah. Fair.